Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Silver Slayer. Thanks for tuning in and welcome. Precious metals markets got hit pretty hard today. I mean, gold's down $86, silver down $1.42, but the reason is actually not a bad thing. This is actually very good. See, precious metals fall in this weird category where they go against the grain, where precious metals are bullish when things are bad. When bad things happen, gold and silver go up for safe haven, right? So it's almost like if you want your investment to be profitable, you kind of have to hope things go wrong. But it's also the opposite. When things are going good, precious metals are bearish. And this reason is that the drug company Pfizer has found a 90% effective vaccine for the virus. Now, that's obviously extremely good news. People restored their faith in the economy. Stocks are way up, and that's why precious metals are down. So this video is going to explain what this means for the precious metals market and what you should do. So before we jump into this, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe. It's so important to be subscribed to at least channels like mine right now that post daily updates on the precious metals market, what's happening in the economy and how it's affecting, right? Context matters. You definitely don't want to be blindly investing into anything right now. You have to understand what's happening, in channels like mine will do that for you. The link is in the description. So gold plunges 5%, silver drops 7% as stocks soar on this pandemic vaccine euphoria. So gold slumped more than 5% on Monday as news of the first successful late stage of this vaccine trials prompted investors to dump safe haven bullion and flock to riskier assets. Spot gold was down 4.9% at $1,854 per troy ounce by 10 p.m. And while gold futures were last slid down to 4.9% to $1,855. Spot prices beat a sharp retreat from a near 2-month peak of $1,965, hit earlier in the session amid a weaker dollar and hopes for more stimulus following Joe Biden's victory in the U.S. election. Now, definitely stay tuned for another video I'll be posting tonight. It's a very important video, very important. Right, this is important stuff right here, but there is another topic, there's another subject that we have to discuss that I'll be posting later on, so you definitely want to stay tuned for that as well. Equities surged after Pfizer Incorporated said its experimental vaccine was more than 90% effective. Pfizer and German partner BioNTech said they expected to seek U.S. emergency use authorization later this month. So the news really exceeded everyone's best case scenarios. There was growing nervousness that we might not get a strong vaccine result. So this unleashed the risk on trade for gold, signaled a massive exodus of safe haven plays, said Edward Moya, senior market analyst at OANDA. However, he added, the economy is still in need of much support, and only 50 million vaccine doses will be available. So we're not in the clear with the virus, and the calls for stimulus will be growing. And that's why the article is titled Euphoria. Right, 50 million doses is a very small number for a global pandemic, even in just the United States. It's a pretty small amount of doses. Bullion, a hedge against currency debasement and inflation, has climbed 24% this year, mainly driven by unprecedented global pandemic-led stimulus. If you think that you're living in the best of all worlds, then you don't need gold, and that's definitely true. People that don't understand what's happening, people that are oblivious or ignorant, they think time's about to get a lot better. They don't understand the consequences, the cost that's going to come from throwing trillions of dollars into the economy. People don't understand that. Everyone thinks that we're rich, that we have all this money to throw away because America's the richest country, right? They don't understand that we're $27 trillion in the debt, and the only reason we're the richest country is because we own the most gold. That's the only reason. And things are going to get even scarier because the U.S. dollar, which is the world's reserve currency, means that people across the globe rely on the dollar's strength. And if the dollar, especially after some of these numbers, a $10 trillion repair plan or whatever, gets thrown out, that can completely wipe out the dollar. So things could get a lot more serious. And that's not even the topic of my video I'm going to be talking about later. There's a whole other thing as well. So however, this assessment seems to be premature, and we've often seen in the past that prices below $1,900, buying interest will come into the market. We would expect that to happen again this time. Other precious metals also sold off, with silver sliding 7.3% to $23.72 per ounce, platinum falling 4.2%, $857, and palladium shedding only 0.8% to $2,471. So, there's a couple different things we could talk about. I'm going to cover this next article. This is from FX Empire. They have a video along with it. If you do want to understand the chart side of things, mixing articles like this, what's happening in the economy, intertwining them and putting them together with charts like this is a very, very, very good tool to do. That's probably the closest way to understand the direction of a market or where it's headed, because you have the charts, the patterns, all that, the numbers, but you can also intertwine that with what's actually happening. So it's a very, very useful tool to do. Silver moves lower as traders turn to riskier assets. Silver is losing ground today as positive vaccine news put material pressure on safe haven assets. Meanwhile, the US dollar is mostly flat against a broad basket of currencies, so silver is moving down without any impact from the dynamics of the American currency, which is interesting because usually, they're polar opposites, but obviously this is a little bit different of a situation. The US dollar index has settled near 92.2 and is trying to get to the test of the near support level at 92.1. If the dollar or the US dollar index manages to settle below this level, it will gain additional downside momentum, which may provide some support to silver and other precious metals. See, so there's a lot of different angles here, and more than likely, right now is definitely just one of those times you want to hold off, because things could go downwards or upwards. If you understand silver's true price, how undervalued it really is right now, then you're still going to be buying right now. This type of stuff will not affect your decision, but what comes next is the people that might be panic selling. See, gold is also losing ground on vaccine optimism. Currently, gold is trying to get to the test of October lows at $1,860. If gold moves below the support of $1,860, it will head towards the next support level at $1,850, which will be bearish for silver. So gold to silver ratio failed to settle below the support at 75 and rebounded back to above 77. The nearest resistance level for gold silver ratio is located at the 20 EMA at 78. So if the gold to silver ratio gets to the test of this level, silver will find itself under additional pressure. But you got to remember, guys, that's the short term. We've been talking, even on this channel, for the last couple of weeks, that the short term looks pretty bearish for precious metals. I mean, the economy is very unstable, so we're going to see a lot of unstable prices. We're going to see a lot of choppiness. We're going to see a lot of upsides, downsides. Days where precious metals, like last week, to close the week, precious metals were up, and then today, for the next couple of days, they might be down, and then later on this week, they could be up. I mean, the markets are very wishy-washy. Usually, well, now more than ever, it's definitely because of people paying attention to the news, very emotionally attached to the stories, to what's happening, and they're investing as rightfully so, right? So silver gained strong downside momentum and is currently testing the major support level at 50 EMA at $24.45. And here's the thing. $24.45 or the next support at $23.90. What's really the difference, right? If you're going to buy, a couple $100 of silver, what's a 70 cent or 65 cent difference, right? 55 cent difference. Really, though, if you think about it, what really is, right? The RSI, and that kind of reminds me like the people that they try to get the cheapest gas price, so they'll drive 20 miles to get a gas price that's 5 cents cheaper, but driving that 20 miles has cost them more, but they do it just to feel like they're getting a better deal. Or I was never one of those people. If it's 20, if it's 15, 20 cents more one place, and who cares? I mean, really, I was never one of those people. As an investor, I probably should, but I don't know. I don't care about 20 cents, honestly. So RSI is far away from the oversold zone, so there's plenty of room to develop downside momentum in case the right catalyst emerge. If silver declines below that support at 23.90, it will head towards the next support at 23.30. On the upside, and that just means we could buy silver for cheaper going into the holidays, the Black Friday sales, Cyber Monday, right? I do hope it gets down, because that will lower our dollar per ounce average, and that's definitely going to help us become more profitable. I want to be able to buy silver for as cheap as possible right now, because I know in 5, 10, 15 years, it's not going to be anywhere near this price. So right now, I might as well take it while I can get it. In case silver manages to settle above 25.55, it will head towards the next resistance at 25.85, where it faced significant resistance in recent trading sessions. So we definitely have a lot of stuff going on. It might not look the best for precious metals. And here's the thing. Markets, news articles or news reported, they'll try to portray silver as a bad investment right now. They'll say, I told you should be investing in stocks and stuff like that. Precious metals are too risky. When actually, if you look at this sentence, trials prompted investors to dump safe haven bullion and flock to riskier assets. It's actually opposite. Stock markets are more risky right now. They're called safe haven assets. Precious metals are safe haven assets because they're safe, right? They're safe. They're safer than stocks. They're safer than all that. So they're going to try to portray it in a bad way, in a bad light. Oh, they're down, gold and silver's down, they're crashing, whatever. And that's actually a good thing right now, right? You want to buy low, sell high. If you look towards the future and you look at everything that's going to happen, especially with stimulus, it's blatantly obvious that precious metals are going to benefit and stocks aren't. So right now, this is actually a prime example and a prime time to invest in the precious metals. And those news reporters, they know that. The reporters, they know that. These companies writing their articles, they know that. But they don't see precious metals goes against the grain because it's a direct threat to the U.S. dollar. And it really is. It's a direct threat. Because if you are investing into the dollar, you're attached to the system. And if you are in debt, you're a slave to the system. It's all it's a control technique. And this isn't a tinfoil hat conspiracy. That's just the truth, right? They're going to push college debt. They're going to push credit card debt because they can control you. They don't want you investing in the things where you are in complete control of your wealth because you took the power away from them. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you thought this video was educational, informational, or at least entertaining, make sure to smash the like button. I post daily videos, 2-3 videos a day, giving you guys the inside scoop so you are in the loop of the precious metals market. It's so important. You do not want to be blindly investing into markets, especially with so much happening nowadays. You got to be subscribed to my channel, or at least a channel like mine, because I promise you guys, I'll give you guys the newest news. You can see this article is written today, November 9th. Today is November 9th. Every article I talk about or I share on this channel is written the same day, if not at latest the day before. So I'm always keeping you guys, and the articles I pick are the most relevant, the most important things. So if you're subscribed to my channel on a daily basis, you're getting the most important news of the markets. It's just your daily dose of what the markets are doing. You got to be subscribed to a channel like mine or mine. I'll do a great job of covering it and sharing my opinion as well. So anyways, thanks for tuning in. Definitely stay tuned for the video I'm posting later. It's just as important, if not more important, than this one. Thanks for tuning in. This was Silver Slayer. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.